Hello everyone, it's Janine here. Welcome to my channel. In a previous video, I'd shared the April DT package / kit that Annie had sent me. And Annie is Msgardengrove1 on YouTube, on Facebook. I will post all the links to her social networking sites below so that you can go and join and visit. She makes the most fabulous monthly kits. I'm sure so many of you are aware, and go over, join a group, buy one of the kits. You won't be sorry. She makes it so easy. Anyway, so with my DT kit, I made a trifold pocketbook, and the base of my pocketbook, I used this table napkin that I bought locally. Very sheer. Love that. And I'd used this gorgeous fabric that I'd received from Michelle Pipeling a couple of years ago. The goodies that Annie sent me was very spring, pale yellows, pinks and whites. So this fabric, I have never had a reason to use it before, and I did use it, and it was perfect. And if you watch the video, you would also have noticed that a lot of the laces that Annie had sent, they all had scalloped edge. They all, most of them had the scallops, and so did my table napkin with the scallops over there, and so did the fabric I chose that I received from Michelle. So what I did was, when I folded to make the pocket, I folded my napkin up like that. So this part I cut off like that, like that. So I just folded 3 ways, so I cut off that edge like that. So that was the base of my, that's how I designed the pocketbook. Very simple. I didn't put any felt in between the napkin and the fabric, and it's very, very light, and I like that. So this is the back of the book, and this gorgeous, I love this color combination. This was in the kit. It was a trim. I cut it up. Flat back pearls from my stash. That's from my stash as well. At the bottom I did the same. Cut them apart. Put some flat back pearls in there. See, as you can see, that's my that's the napkin. Here is the scallop part of one of the laces that Annie had put in the kit, and this one had three sections, and I cut it up like that, and it just fits all perfectly over there. This lace over here, I still have this piece left. So what I did was, I took the scallop, as you can see, I have the scalloped edges down like that, and I have the other part joining the front of the book and into that pocket page as well. So, and I have flat back pearls going around there, and you guys know how much I love using pearls in my projects. So this is the front of the book. I just love the soft shades that Annie had sent. This image of the girl with a beautiful hat that she had on her head, and this lovely shade of lemon. She's just so gorgeous. I put her on felt and glued down on the cover. On the top, I have, this is what I have left of that lace. So I glued the 3 of those flowers down. I have that flat back over there and there, just to pick up the color in these flowers there. I used that trim to go all the way around the image. Flat back pearls. This was in the kit, so I added it at the bottom of the image, to add an extension to her. Love how that sort of tapers down there. This flower was in the kit. That was a piece of a flower that was in the kit. I'll show that later. These are little bits from my stash, just to keep the soft tones going. This was also from my stash, and it's a little ceramic flower. I think that's about it. And then at the bottom, this was a applique piece that Annie had put in the kit, and it had 3 flowers. I have 1 left. Let me show you. I'm sure if you watch the video you will remember. Beautiful, you know, and you can, it's just gorgeous. You can even cut, you know, if you did use it, you could even take the flower off, cut the flower off, and then put a, you know, a doily and a flat back pearl, and you could use it in 2-3 different ways. So this is the lace that goes all the way around the bottom of the book. And like I said, this is from Michelle's fabric. And there's another part of that, of the lace, that lace that I cut up. As I said, there was 3 tiers to it. I put that in the corner there just to add some detail in that section over there. Again, you know, I mentioned that flower, that trim goes all the way around. This part is also part of the lace, one of the laces that I'd cut up, the white. So that's the front of the book. The closure is seam binding, and I took some white flowers from my stash and just put a flat back in there. And I love the soft, the neutral tones of that image. You know, it was obviously the inspiration for that cover. So my trifold book, let me just take it away and show you. It's like that. As let me just do the section here. So that's the fabric that Michelle gave me. This trim is not part of the kit, but I also bought from Annie, and I'm not sure if she still has in stock, but it's worth a try. It's gorgeous. And that is the top part of one of the laces I cut up. Again, we have that scallop lace going down over there, and I carried this little flower trim all the way down there. These flowers were not in the kit, but they were also part of a previous kit of Annie's. And this I have it here, is a doily crocheted piece, tablecloth piece that I had, that I got from Janet. Thank you, Janet. And as you can see, it just has the most gorgeous edge. So I used this on top of this part of my, you know, like I told you, the top part where I folded it down. I attached this, I attached it, you can see that's the edge of the doily I showed you, the crochet piece. And inside is that table napkin. And then the top part here is also the top section of one of the laces I'd cut apart. These pink flowers I cut out of the laces as well. And these 2 pieces on the edges from my stash. So it's nice deep pockets, you know, 3 of them. And very simple inside. And then on this side, this pocket, I used the piece that I'd cut off from the table napkin, and I cut it down to size and made a double pocket here. As you can see, like that. You know, put goodies in there. And I used half of the flower over there, and flat backs from my stash. This one as well, I cut the flower in half and just used the half on top of, on the top part of this page. This is also part of the laces I'd cut up, and like I said, this is I'm not sure if Annie has any in the store, but it's worth a ask. And so that's my pocketbook. very light. You know, I'm giving this away, so it would be easy to post as well. It won't be heavy. And on the tags, I will be wrapping lace. I haven't decided what lace yet, but these two tags will have lace. And then for the middle pocket, so what I've done is I started just briefly to show you more or less how I will be decorating the tags, little fluffy bits over there, and then lace. So this is not necessarily the lace I will be gifting, but so you can see it will go in the pocket, and this as well. This is Stamperia or Stamperia paper that I had, leftover paper that I had. It goes very well with the color scheme of this project. So there's two big tags on each side, so there's 4 there, and the 2 little ones there, so it's 6 tags. So for the center of this book, I made envelopes, and I used all the papers I've used are all from digital kits. I will post links below, but you know, it's not part of Annie's kit, so I'm not going to focus on that. So this is from Annie's kit. Gorgeous. This is all I have left. Where this tiny piece, I'm going to have to, oh, it's also tiny, it's disappeared. Yeah, look at that. Anyway, so I put that trim at the bottom. This is also part of the way I cut up the laces. This is that flower. Like I said earlier on, I only have one left. This one. So there was 3 in that piece that you provided, and it just hangs down nicely like that. There I just have a piece of fabric and a flower. It kind of gives a stamp effect over there. And and the back, this is from the kit, and this is a tassel from one of the trim that I bought from Annie a while ago. This was from Annie's store as well. I don't know if she has anymore, but like I said, it's worth asking. So inside each envelope will just be a blank card, a blank paper, you know, that matches this color. So it will be on the ready for whoever gets it. You know, you can just write your birthday message or thank you message, or whatever you're going to use it for. So that these are, you know, like I said, just using bits and pieces from what was left over. So there's that envelope, and then I made the next size, which again, this is from a digital kit. This is one of these flowers. There we go. You know, cut out. And in that center, now let me tell you something. These two, this one, these, I haven't used a lot of these in my project. Where's the green? There's a pink one. Oh, here we go. No, it's gone. Traveled away. Oh, here we go. These 3. I haven't used much of these 3 in the trifold book, but I will be using them in other ways. So in that corner there, actually this one hid away from me for couldn't find it, and then I did, and I was like, oh, I looked for it and it slipped down the side of my table, and so I'll be using this in the tags and so on. So this is such a gorgeous little trim that came with the kit. So I cut a piece and I put it on that flower, and actually on this digital piece there is, if you look closely, you'll see that there is a yellow and pink flower over there. I used half of that green little flower over there, this one. So for that envelope, and at the back I have that trim again. Like I said, this is from the way I cut the lace up, and one of the scallops over there. So there's that envelope, And then the last one is this long one, and this is another digital image. I have some of that trim going down the side, this one, and some more of that trim at the bottom. This is from my stash also, from a previous kit from Annie, so don't know if she still has any of that. And then I put a flower on top, and this one just, I put some of that trim over there. So, you know, these 3 cards, these 3 envelopes will have cards inside, so they will be on the ready for you to use, and whoever gets this to use, and you know, use it, thank you, or swaps, whatever. So this is this is the gorgeous girl on the cover. Oh, I'll just give you a close-up. I will be posting pictures of this in Annie's group as well. So let me just tell you that everything that was in the kit, the DT kit, will be for sale in her Facebook group only, not in her Etsy store, in her Facebook group only. So, and these laces are gorgeous. I mean, if you look at my video on the package, you will see that you can use those laces in so many different ways, especially these colored ones. They are worth the buy, and you can use them over and over again in so many different ways. This applique is just gorgeous. This one as well. I mean, you know, we girls, we love our pink, and I'm sure she can have that image for you as well. It's just beautiful, all the goodies that she supplied in this DT kit. So I will post the links to everything, as I said, so you can go over to a store, even to a Facebook page, sorry, and you can go have a look at what's going on. So there we go. So I've made this bag. I'm not going to show you the bag now, and on the cover of the bag I used this flower, which was part of the kit as well. And this flower had little pieces on the side like that, and as I said to you earlier, I used one there. So this bag I made, these flowers I bought from Annie as well, but I don't think she sells them in the store. I bought this a while ago. So this bag is made entirely out of my own stash, and except for the flower, so that's why I'm showing you the flower only. I will be making a journal to go inside this, a journal to go into this bag with this book, using the leftover items from the kit, and I will be back when that project is finished. I will be back to show you what I've done with the leftover items. And again, just to reiterate, the laces and goodies that I've used on this project will be for sale in Annie's Facebook group only. So click on the links and go over, guys, and also remember that she has a monthly kit group, and she has special sale kits as well. So it's really just wonderful to be part of a group, and she just makes the most beautiful things, and she has the most beautiful items that she sells. So that's my video, my project for now. I will be back with a second video at some point. I need to start it from, well, not from scratch. I've already started the base of the, you know, putting the papers and the stuff of the journal together, and I'll be using this little goodies in there. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll see you soon.